Hello, nerds, and welcome to Nerds with Dice. Tonight, we are playing Fields of the Dead, a Midwestern zombie apocalypse using the Walking Dead universe. This is episode 14, Bleeding. Before I get too far in, I'm going to hand it over to my lovely players to do introductions.
All right. My name's Cass. I'm playing Cherry. Well, both of our pronouns are she, they. Cherry was lightly exploded a few weeks ago, as you can see by my choice of makeup. Luckily, they've made it back to the Haven. Safe and sound is debatable with all the shit going on, and I'll pass it off to Quinn.
Hey everybody, my name's Quinn. I use any and all pronouns. I play Chase, who uses he, him pronouns, who's been having a great, lovely time in the middle of the zombie apocalypse. Just nothing is going wrong for him at all. And now he is going out with Cersei to find Deborah, because nobody knows where Deborah is. And I feel like we should know that, especially considering the concerning amount of blood that Merm is covered in. Um, and I pass it on to whoever's next.
I think that's me. Hi, everybody. I'm Mary. My pronouns are she, her. Today I'm playing Eliza, whose pronouns are also she, her. Eliza has been very not okay because of Cherry being mildly exploded. But luckily everything's gonna be fine, right, guys? It's gonna be fine. And I'll pass it over to Natalie.
Hi, everybody. My name is Natalie, she, they, and I play Kia, they, them. And Kia's just tired and restless and just ready to do something. They need to do something. And I'm sure it'll be a good something to do, whatever that something is. We'll see. And I will pass it to Faye.
Hi, I'm Faye. They, them. I'm playing Jonah. He, him. Jonah's doing things. Jonah's going through some stuff too. But we don't need to worry about that. We just need to make sure that everyone else is doing okay, which means I'm passing it over to Merm.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Mariah, Stacy pronouns. And tonight I'm bringing back Deborah, bloody as ever. And now we're getting into our neck and our shoulders, just absolutely covered in blood. Yeah, and I'll pass it over to our incredible and lovely DM.
Hey everyone, I'm Sophia Olivia Scott. My pronouns are she, her, and we, and I will, as Moon said, be your storyteller for tonight. Of course, make sure you check the chat for all our links, Discord, YouTube, and of course, for our content warning. Our general content warning kind of has a list of stuff you might see in every episode. All right. And now it's time to pass it off to Chase for our dearly departed monologue.
Angel, there is so much stuff that I could say to you. Hearing that you were alive and that Cersei knows where you are and that you're where we're already kind of planning on going, because I think we know some people already in the weird cult, was like, I mean, the chances and the odds that I've been looking for you and you've been so close this whole time is amazing. It's wonderful news. And I don't know, it opens up a whole floodgate of things. Because I realize, I I haven't really been. I mean, I was actively looking for you at first. And then everything happened at the coffee shop, and then I didn't even have Mac with me anymore, and then I found him, I found Mac, I found him, and I haven't been I haven't been looking for you actively, and I didn't know you were alive, and I haven't really been even thinking about you that much anymore with everything. I mean, there's so much stuff happening all the time, constantly, and it's been overwhelming's the right word and also maybe even an understatement. And thinking about you just brings up so much stuff because I thought it was just the anxiety of wondering if you were dead or alive. And now that I know you're alive, I'm realizing that it's not just that. It's that so much stuff is changing and is gonna change and is gonna keep changing. And you and Mac haven't even met yet. Um, and now we're kind of changing things because it's the end of the world, basically, zombie apocalypse, and it seems like it's really important for our whole family to be closer. But that's not what we talked about. That's not a thing that we agreed upon when we started this. We were all kind of doing our own things, and now I want you to be friends with Mac and with Alice, and that's different. And I don't even know if I don't know what you've been doing. I don't know if you're looking for me or waiting for me. And there's just, the dynamics of navigating a relationship like ours, of navigating any kind of open relationship or polyamory is hard enough when the world's not ending. Um, and it feels like it's just only gotten harder. And you and I just didn't have that much time together. We picked a horrible time to start dating, just a couple months before all of this happened. So we weren't as solid in our relationship. Like Mac and I have been dating for gosh, like 2.5 years before everything fell. So through all of it, through everything that happened, I never questioned if he was waiting for me or looking for me or or wanting to be with me or if he would be okay with anything changing. But we don't have that same kind of foundation. And so thinking about you brings up all of those questions and then the guilt that goes along with that of the fact that I've been avoiding thinking about you and the fact that maybe I'm doing all of this relationship stuff wrong or I don't know. But having Mac back does help with one thing, and it is that it reminds me of all the things that he used to tell me back when we were working at the coffee shop and our health insurance was so shitty that we couldn't afford to actually go to therapy. A thing that he used to tell me that I should do that probably isn't happening anytime soon, given that health insurance is the least of our worries. Um, but I know I can't just keep avoiding thinking about the things that make me anxious, especially considering that everything has a good reason to make me anxious right now. Not that it didn't before, um, but it's different now. Um, Now that things are actually life or death. I don't want to avoid thinking about you. I don't want to avoid looking for you. I want to find you and ask you all of these questions to your face and actually be able to talk and communicate. And I want to remember all of the wonderful times that we did have in the couple of months that we were dating and how well things were going and how much I like being with you. I don't totally know how I'm gonna work on this in the midst of everything that's going on, but I just want to take it one maybe one day at a time is too much, maybe just minute by minute. And until I see you again, because I'm gonna let myself hold on to believing that I am gonna see you again, I'm just going to do my very best to to keep looking forward to seeing you and to not dwelling so much on the things that are out of my control. I don't know when and I don't know how, and I really guess I don't even know for sure if I am going to see you soon, but I'm just gonna believe that I will and that we'll go from there. And I can't wait.
Thank you so much for that monologue. We're going to start with Deborah. Deborah, you are in some shop, some place. The back door is barricaded. Or is jammed. You tried to pry it open. And there's like a small gap in your memory. You don't remember when you ended up on the floor. You're still bleeding. Your machete's on the ground. You're feeling a little dizzy, a little woozy, and you're trying to get your bearings. And you hear from somewhere in the shop, "What are you doing on the floor, Muffin Top?"
You're dead. You can't say that to me. Who the no? Nobody calls me that except for my dick. I just had to get it out of my system right away. We're good.
"I'm dead. You're not looking so hot yourself right now."
I can get out of this. I killed you, dick.
"Then prove it. Get up."
I'm on the ground? What? No, I'm not getting up. How the fuck are you here right now?
Deborah, roll Endure for me.
With or without stress?
Without stress.
Okay. I also had 6 stress from last session, so do I have 1 or is it still 0?
Oh, you would have the 1 stress.
Great, awesome.
Yeah, without the 5 stress, you did lose that. You're still hurt.
Yeah. Okay, great. One success and no mess ups.
Deborah, you realize you're on the floor. You shake your head. No one's in here with you. You're alone.
Dick, you're not real. You're not here. You can't talk to me. Don't talk to me.
And then for a second, you get really tired. And you close your eyes for just a little bit. And then you feel someone else touch your face. And you open your eyes. You're, blurry, a little, you, from having your eyes closed, you're like still blurry. And someone says, you can see like the shape of them, but you can't see the face. "It's okay, Debbie. Just stay really still. I've got you."
Nobody fucking calls you. Whoever you fucking are, nobody could call me Debbie. Who the fuck are you? Who are you?
And your vision starts to clear and you see Cassie in front of you.
You're not. Okay, first it's Dick. Now it's you. You're not real. You're not fucking shit. You're not fucking real. You're not in front of me. This is impossible.
Just hold still. Don't move. And
How are you in front of me?
You feel something tighten on your arm.
Are you real?
Deborah, calm down. You've lost
No.
a lot of blood.
I can't calm down. You're a fucking hallucination.
Of course I'm real. Just now, calm down. You've lost a lot of blood. You need to stop moving.
I don't believe that you're in front of me right now, Cassie. I saw you in that fucking picture you were on the picture in the parking lot. I don't think you're alive. How can you show me that you're alive?
Deborah, there'll be time for that later.
There's time right now. I don't know where everybody is. I don't know where the fuck I am. I don't know what the fuck is going on, and I'm still fucking bleeding. We have time. What the fuck is going on? Please.
I'm here now. I'm worried about you right now. We can answer all of your questions later. Your friends are on the way. Don't worry.
Cassie, how do you know any of this? All I know is that there are people who are watching us from places that want to hurt us. Cassie. Cassie.
Okay. I've been around. I've been watching.
Cassie, I don't like that. If you are real.
I know you will get answers eventually, but Deborah, you're still bleeding. Can you get up?
I can fucking try. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Do you try to get up?
Yeah.
Roll Endure.
Zero successes and a mess up.
Cool. Deborah, you try to get back up, and you actually do. You stand up, and then you sway, and you fall on face first in the ground and pass out.
This is why I didn't want to get up, Cassie. Jeez. Fuck, man.
Back at Spectrum. Who wants to go first?
I'd like to go first.
You are still in the exam room, resting, I would assume.
Yeah. It's knowing how much is going on. When was the last time someone checked in on me, whether that's Eliza or not?
Eliza has only been leaving to check on the other patients.
Okay. Can you get Jonah for me, please?
Yeah, of course. Do you need anything else?
I just think with everything that happened with Jonah and then all of this, like he probably needs someone to talk to, and I got a favor to ask him.
Okay. Sit tight. She'll get up and go find Jonah.
Jonah's not hard to find. He's making himself very visible and available for anyone who might need him at this moment.
Hey, Cherry's asking for you. Would you mind going?
Yeah, no problem.
I've got to go check on some of the new people. I'm really hoping they won't need the IV antibiotics, but 2 of them are pretty severe.
We do our best, and if we need to break out that to protect the rest of the spectrum, I think it'd be worth it. And before he starts walking, but before he fully moves past, he sort of stops and turns back to Eliza and make sure that you're taking care of yourself too. Hydrating's important.
Yep. Will do.
And from there, Jonah makes it over to Cherry.
Cherry tries to sit up a little more, adjusting in the... I'm just gonna be really blunt, Jonah, because there's a lot neither of us know what's going on, but what the fuck happened?
If I had the answers, and I'm assuming that there's like a chair that's been pulled up in here, and he'll take it where it's near the bed, putting Cherry and Jonah at a similar eye level. I guess we start with where I last saw you all before. He motions vaguely. Everyone came with the ambulance, the supplies, and I heard something crying. It sounded like a kid in my sort of weariness. And so I went to check it out. And it wasn't. It was some sort of trap, well laid. A recorder with it. And that's how they got me. Next thing I know, I was in a van or a truck. It was kind of groggy. But Cersei got me out. And then Cersei's bike got stolen, which put us on foot. There was the fireworks explosion, the mega horde, everything that went on through there on your side from what I've heard. And then we got you back.
I'm really sorry more of us couldn't come try and get you.
No, it's fine. I'm glad that I got out, but I'm sure that I would have found a way back no matter what.
I want to say I understand that, because I also, in a situation like that, would be like, I'd have found my own way back, but especially in times like these, we don't leave anyone behind if we have any power left.
We knew what the situation was like. It was too much of a risk to go after me. I don't even know why Cersei took it, but I'm glad she did.
I'm glad she did too, and I'm glad you're back. And then Cherry takes one of the pillows from behind her and throws it at his face. Don't go off alone again.
I make no promises, but I will do my best.
Well, I'm in kind of a state, but perhaps you'd like some good news out of all this.
If there's good news, then I'm happy to hear it.
Eliza and I are about to have our anniversary, and because everything happened, we didn't get around to it, but we'd like to get married. And we're planning for it soon.
That's excellent news. Congratulations.
And because of that, I have, I guess, 2 favors technically to ask you.
Whatever I can do, consider it done.
The first is, and you'll probably want to take Vivian with you. And if I sent you on this errand without her, she'd go anyway. So we'll just make it quote unquote official. But I'm gonna need something to wear that looks nice.
I think between me and Vivian, we can manage that.
My only request is that it's like a sage green because it goes well with my red hair.
I think finding a sage green dress would be easier than finding a white one these days, so.
My second favor, Jonah, is it would mean a lot to me, and I think it would mean a lot to Eliza if you did the ceremony for us.
Wow. I'd be honored. Yeah. Yeah, of course I'll do that for you guys. Well, if I have to find a dress and plan for a ceremony, I guess I don't have much time to dilly-dally.
I also thought you probably, needed something to focus on.
Well, you focus on getting some rest, and I'll go find Vivian to see when we can head out. And with that, Jonah will take the pillow and pass it back to Cherry as he stands up.
She'll kind of wedge it behind her. Stay safe.
I'll definitely try. But I'll be damned if I'm not here for the wedding.
I'll be right back. I don't know if anybody wants to, has anything they want to say. Well, I just gotta let a cat out of the room.
Well, anyone that's in Spectrum would be able to see Jonah as he's exiting back into the main area if they'd like to stop him.
Or they could come talk to Cherry. She, is laid up in bed at the moment.
Cherry is also an option.
I know Kia, from like the moment we came back with Cherry's just been pacing back and forth outside, like basically perimeter checking. They're very high strung at the moment. I think especially after seeing Matt come back being perfectly pristine and happy. There's just a moment and like and it's just pacing.
Yeah.
Okay. Eliza, you've been checking in on all your patients. Got a few. Aiden's recovering well, but still recovering. Uh, your other three patients. There's good news and bad news. Two of them are in really bad shape. The good news is that you probably have some sort of antibiotics that you can treat this with laying around. You don't even need the super powerful stuff, you don't think. Um and the other good news is, unless there is something you don't know, human to human contact doesn't tend, it's rare to pass it that way. That being said, do you want to use the antibiotics on three strangers?
I think Eliza is gonna get a little meeting together. This kind of needs to be a group decision, I think, due to the nature of the scarcity of antibiotics. I think that there's part of her that hopes we can fix it with the generic ones, but I know that she's also seen where really bad cases will need IVs, and that is where she would probably have a hard time giving that up. But I think she'll try and get like basically the group together to be able to discuss what we're comfortable with. Probably grab Jonah before he leaves and those that are available. I think Chase was searching for Deborah.
Yeah, I think Chase just leaves before you start to get everyone together.
But she'll find Akia and Cherry, of course, and bring them into Cherry's room.
I think for Kia, because if Kia spots Chase and Cersei leaving, they would probably tail after them, knowing how it took more people for us to even get Cherry back. And they get a feeling it's probably going to take whatever we can spare to get Deborah back.
Those that are in Cherry's room, she'll just say, good news, bad news. I've talked to Jonah about this a little bit already. There were 3 strangers that were being attacked that we were able to help. They currently have leptospirosis. It's basically a contaminated water bacteria. The problem is that requires antibiotics, which we don't have a lot of. These are not vetted people yet, and quite frankly, Jonah and I have had a kind of strange feeling.
It doesn't feel right to treat the two and then not the asshole. Let's be absolutely blunt here. It also doesn't feel great letting them deal with it. However, Eliza's right. We don't know these people. And while I'm okay with offering what we can share, is this a resource that we believe is shareable?
From our supplies, like, would this deplete us?
Roll. You know what? Because you're trying to determine how much this is going to take, I'll allow you to roll medicine for this.
One success, no mess ups.
I mean, it really depends on what antibiotics you use, right? One success, you know you're going to get better results using less medication with stronger antibiotics. But those are also the ones you have less of.
We can try and start them on the more common one. That doesn't work, we can always revisit. But the ones that I would be concerned of using, I think we need to get to know them a bit better. I'm probably being paranoid with everything that happened when you were kidnapped and that group that the sanctuary people are taking people to. I'm just worried of plants, if that makes sense. Learning of our supplies, what we're capable of.
Then I would say I trust your judgment, Eliza. As you offer the basic medications, if the vibes don't line up, all they need to know about it are what we're offering them.
I agree with Jonah. I trust your judgment. It's a contaminated water, so how likely is it to spread to the rest of the spectrum?
Should be low. Right now they are in isolation. It's more so of you ingesting it. It's not as aerosolized or something like that. I can start them on the basics and we'll see how it goes. I think that one of them should be fine with that. I'm concerned about the other two. But hopefully that their natural immune systems will be enough that this can just kind of boost things. I will get that done. And she'll kind of definitely let Marley know of like what the plan is and what everyone's thoughts were.
You tell Marley and like again, Marley was like a veteran ER nurse, right? And understands like the idea of triage. Like it might cost too much to help these people, and agrees with your plan.
I will get the meds ready, and basically give them out to them with the idea of this is what we have right now. We might be able to go and find things, but hopefully this will be enough because this is what we have.
Yep, I understand.
But drink plenty of water. We've got the things here. It should pass.
Yeah. We may want to take their clothes and burn them. Just in case that contaminated water or anything got on their clothes or something, we may want to do that, but otherwise, yeah.
Okay. She'll definitely ask the patients about the clothes because she knows how important that can be to people, but basically informing them of like, here are the risks with this.
They mostly understand, but they're all a little out of it, but we'll let you take the clothes as long as you have something to give them. You probably even have some sort of gown or, medical gown or something that you can give them.
And I think we probably found some clothes that we could spare too.
Yeah.
But yeah, she'll get things fixed up. With gloves on though, now that she has their clothes, can she check their pockets and see if there's any information or identifying markers?
Roll. Actually, I don't think this needs a roll. Yeah, you can check their pockets. They're the one guy has a wallet with the name that he gave you. But there's not a lot like in their pockets. One of them had like a couple of pieces of candy in their pocket, and there's money in his wallet and stuff. But like, you find his ID, you do not find either of their girls' IDs in their pockets. Not a lot to be found there.
And there are no like symbol for like the Queen of Hearts or
Nope.
Okay.
No, it's not. There's no like stitching or patches. You have not seen any marks that would indicate that.
Cool. Then she'll dispose of the clothes. Kind of look at what they have to see like what can we sanitize, what can we, so they're not completely lost of everything. But get that kind of stuff rolling throughout the day.
Okay. Chase, you've left the spectrum with Cersei. What is your plan to find Deborah? Do you have one? Does Cersei
I'm
have
hoping
one?
that Cersei has one. I don't even think Chase knows where Deborah was. Chase just kind of showed up and everything was on fire.
Okay, yeah. I think Cersei's plan would be to start in the area that they found Cherry
Mhm.
and go from there.
Yeah, that makes sense. Kind of use where, because we know that they were all together. I think even Chase knows that they were all theoretically together, and just use that as a central point and keep moving out from that direction. Sounds good. Yeah.
You head out. Do you talk to Cersei while you move, or do you go? Do you walk silently to the come and go?
I think that Chase also leaves that up to Cersei. Like, she seemed a little bit awkward about seeing him, because it has been a really long time, and she was obviously really different the last time that Chase saw her, because he knew her back when they played football together in high school before her transition. So I think he's like, oh, maybe this is a little bit weird. Like, she was acting a little bit awkward, and also maybe now's not the time for like a high school reminisce. Well, one of my friends is missing, as much as he does want to catch up with her. So I think he's kind of leaving that in her court.
I think so. Normally, Cersei would stay quiet. We've seen this with Jonah. There was a there like bare minimum communication with Jonah, right? Like we need to go there, and that was kind of about it. But I think being with Chase is different for Cersei. Doesn't mean she knows what to say, but she is. I think she does try to have some conversation when it's safe. Um, so I guess, I mean, I know recently, I guess, how you've been with like getting hurt and everything, but like, how are you doing with all of this, everything? I,
Um, yeah, I think better now than I had been. Um, I was, gosh, I don't even know like how much of like post high school stuff about me you like kept up on from, I don't know, like social media posts and everything. I was working at a coffee shop for a while. That's where I met Mac, who I don't know if you've met um him yet actually. Uh but when everything, when everything went very terribly, I was at the coffee shop was kind of like our home base, like how the Spectrum is now, and we were there together. And that was, I mean, it was awful because the world was collapsing, but it was okay because I had Mac there and we had all of our friends. And then they got taken by a weird, like, cult thing. Um, and then everything got worse from there for a while. But being here has been, um, you know, better than a lot of alternatives. And having Mac there now, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I'm doing the best I've been in a while. Um, what about you? Uh, I know that you didn't keep playing football. And you were in college. You were studying like psychology or something.
uh, yeah, yeah, for a bit. And yeah, no, to the disappointment of a lot of people, I stopped playing football.
Yeah.
In high school, I didn't know how to tell people that I didn't want to be a football star, especially when everybody's so excited because you're gonna take them to championships or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just going through school, doing stuff, um, and I don't know. After everything happened, I've just kind of stayed on the move, um, helping people. I think I said that already, but like when I could.
Yeah.
That's how I knew about Spectrum. Um, I didn't actually know who was in the hardware store, but I suspected somebody was over there. I could have sworn I seen people moving around, but I never went to check.
See,
So,
you've just
from what I
been
hear,
mostly by yourself then.
yeah, for a lot of it. I mean, at different times I found people, um, like Ren or Angel, but mostly my goal's been to get them back somewhere safe rather than having them uh, travel with me.
I mean, that's like, I mean, that sounds dangerous, but that's also like really impressive. That you've managed to just be on your own and stay alive for this long and keep helping people.
Yeah, yeah, doing my best. Um, I guess I don't know how many people you've run into, but haven't been able to help everybody.
I mean, nobody can help. Nobody can help everybody before all this happened. I'm certain nobody can help everybody now.
Yeah, you're you're probably right, but unfortunately, it's harder to see the ones you've helped than it is the ones you couldn't. You know.
Yeah. Well, we definitely appreciate having you help us now. Especially it seems like you got here at a good time for us at the Spectrum because seems like a lot of stuff's happening. And with everything that's happening, I hope you're gonna stick around for at least a little while because there's like, multiple zombie hordes convening on the city at once. And even if you have a lot of experience on your own, I don't think anyone should be out, you know, out doing anything by themselves for that.
Uh, yeah, I was planning on sticking around for a while, at least at least until it's a little safer. I figured y'all might need my help, and yeah, you're right. I need a place to bunker down, maybe even rest a little bit.
Yeah, it seems like that's not something you've done a lot of lately.
Uh, no, no, but I'm just yeah. I can I can rest a little bit and stick around, especially if you're okay with me sticking around for a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, any day nowadays that you run into someone that you haven't seen in years is a good day, right? Like, I don't even want to think. I mean, when you're thinking about like how many people we went to high school with who are probably dead is a very morbid line of thought, but it's probably true. So, like, just knowing that people are okay is very. I I don't know. I've been having a shockingly good couple of days. So this just makes it a little bit better, right?
Of course. Uh, we're we're almost there. I can see the gas station. We might want to stay quiet now.
Yeah, makes sense.
As you approach the area, Chase, roll scout for me.
This whole time has Kia just like quietly how close to us is Kia? Are you just quietly following behind us, or are you like a little bit out of our hearing?
Yeah, Kia is keeping like enough a distance that they may not be able to hear, especially when you're whispering. But
Yeah.
close enough that if anything were to happen, they're able to like shoot bows and stuff, or not bows, but arrows. Use a bow to shoot arrows. But yeah, they're just waiting to see if anything happens, and then if we can, they might like scoot off to help find Deborah.
Got it. Partly I ask because I'm positive that you're gonna be better at scouting than I am.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
actually,
Yeah, if you want to roll scout as well, you
Yeah, because then if I see them struggle, I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna come out.
I got one success. At this point, I have lost track of how many stress dice I am. I definitely could have cleared one. I'm assuming from all of the time that Chase spent with Mac.
yeah,
um,
that would definitely count as one. The Cersei
Cool.
conversation would count as reducing one as well.
Cool. Okay, then I think I'm actually down to no stress, which tracks. And so yeah, one success, no mess ups.
And Kia got the same thing.
Okay. So you look around. There's still a lot of walkers around. Chase, you look down the one road. You see a somewhat empty street, a few walkers, and a burning sleeping bag on the sidewalk.
Okay,
And
that's weird.
You will also see the same thing. And if you look towards the gas station, you also see Cherry's sidearm in the road.
Okay. I think seeing Cherry's sidearm, but like it just being there, Kia's going to start actually looking around at the space to see if this might be a trap. Like if there's any, like even the slightest shadow in a window, doorway, just anything that might be open enough for someone to still hide but have sights on that particular spot.
Okay. Yeah, because this is going to be another scout roll since you're looking for something very specific now. But yes, another
Yeah.
scout roll.
I think that Chase just kind of like, nudges Cersei gently to make sure like she is seeing. I think he is more drawn to the flaming sleeping bag because that is weird.
And I got 2 successes, no mess ups.
Okay. Yeah, there's no signs of anybody else. There's nobody watching. You don't see anything. You do see scraps of like fabric from like a holster laying with the sidearm.
Okay. Well, knowing how important it is to keep our weapons, and sure Cherry would like their sidearm back, Kia will at least very as quietly as they can sort of signal out to Chase and Cersei. At least like one of the whistles that maybe they shared with Cersei when they were traveling to the Spectrum for the very first time. And then Kia will go and retrieve the sidearm and then just take a quick look around.
Is Kia still painted with some zombie guts?
Oh yeah, they probably upped it along the way.
Okay, so yeah, you walk over and you grab the gun, no problem.
Okay. So I see a flaming bag. Why is the bag on fire? And and Kia just sort of like looks at the bag again, looks towards Chase and Cersei. And it's like, is it still like heavily burning, or is it now down to like more of a melted material?
It's definitely down more to like melted material and smoke, and like you can see like little flames that like they die down and then they flare back up and stuff. But there's quite a bit of smoke on this coming from this cheap plasticky sleeping bag.
Okay.
I think if Kia like looks over toward Chase, Chase also just kind of like shrugs and like points like.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we can see that it's like there's just rows of buildings here with all like the doors closed.
Yeah, so I think Kia will just signal to Chase and Cersei, just kind of like a light point, and then eyes and keep a watch. And they're going to switch for their spear and just start slowly opening doors to see if they do see like potentially Deborah in anything. Just like do a sharp whisper out, just each time be like, Deborah?
Okay. Deborah. Inside one of these shops, you are laying on the ground and you don't see her this time, but you hear her say, "They're almost here, Deborah. It's going to be okay. I will see you soon."
These fucking hallucinations with my fucking head. And I feel like as like Cassie gets out of range, Deborah's like, the explosion! Like, the fuck was that? But there's no response because it was just like a little too late and Deborah's just trying to figure shit out.
I think that's actually perfect because I think Kia opens one of the doors as Deborah says,
The explosion.
Deborah. And Kia starts coming on. Deborah. Hey.
Huh?
It's Kia.
Okay. Yeah, you're Kia.
Okay.
Can I touch you really fast?
And Kia just sort of tilts their head, seeing you fully bloodied. They're also bloodied. It's like, okay.
And Deborah just puts her hand on your shoulder and squeezes it.
And then Kia puts a hand on your hand. Is like, are you okay? Do you want me to slap you? Are you delirious or something? I hear slapping helps.
I think I'm okay.
Okay. Is this just walker blood on you, or are you bleeding?
Both.
Okay, we're gonna sort it. Chase and Cersei are outside. Let me signal them in because Chase at least has more medical than definitely I do.
If I look down at my hand, is it bandaged?
no.
I want to look on my arms to see what the fuck Cassie did to my body. If anything. Is there anything on my arms?
Roll scout.
Fuck. Scout. Okay. That's 2 stress dice and 2 regular dice. It's fine. Okay. 0 successes and 0 mess ups, and I'm gonna push to figure this shit out. 2 successes and no mess ups.
Okay. Chase, you come into the building.
I'm sorry, 3 successes and 0 mess ups.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah.
Chase, you
Yeah,
come
no,
inside.
when Signal Chase comes in and he grabbed specifically the bag that Eliza told him to grab with the medical stuff in it, so he is ready.
Deborah's in real bad shape. Deborah is bleeding quite a bit. So I'm assuming you're gonna want to roll medicine. Don't worry.
No.
I know you have successes. I will.
Yeah, no, Chase immediately, I think, like, very quietly, like, he is relatively capable of being quiet and stealthy when he needs to be, despite all appearances and every way that he acts at all times.
Sure.
So, like, statistic-wise, he has a decent stealth. So he is able, like, he is very quiet coming over to the building, but definitely as soon as he walks inside and, like, sees Deborah, that gets dropped a little bit to, like, Deborah, oh my gosh, I'm assuming not all of that blood is yours, but that's a lot of blood, and, like, rushes over to her very quickly. Here, let me just, I brought a bunch of medical supplies with me. Do you know where you're bleeding from? Let me see, and just, like, starts looking her over. And I will roll a lot of dice now.
Deborah, as Chase is doing this, you look
Yeah.
around. You can't see any traces of anybody else being in here other than you, Kia and Chase. Except for, you notice on the ground next to you a long piece of cloth. It's a little bloody, and it has a knot in it, as if somebody had tied it somewhere and it had fallen off.
I just kind of take up the cloth and wrap it around my hand because it's throbbing, but I don't say anything.
As I'm watching, because I got 1 success on the medicine check, and I think as I watch Deborah like, does it look like the cloth has blood on it that she's wrapping on her hand?
Yes, there was.
I think yeah, Chase is very quickly like, no, let's not, where did that come from? Don't put something with blood on your open wound. No, I have clean things and fresh bandages in here. Let's not maybe wrap your hand in something that has been on the floor covered in blood. It might be your blood, it might not be your blood. I don't think you should put it on an open bleeding wound. I'm just gonna he's gonna try and take it from you if you will let him.
Deborah's not going to put up any sort of fight at all. I'm just going to say, "Oh, okay," and hands and like gives you their hand.
Yeah. Cool. That looks like a pretty bad cut. I am going to we'll get you back to the Spectrum and take care of things more there, but I am going to clean that a little bit and then put fresh clean bandages on that. What happened? Where have you been?
I can't answer that. Cassie and Dick and supplies and
Can you tell me, do you know what day of the week it is?
Does your head hurt? Did you hit your head?
I haven't been keeping track of the days of the week.
Yeah, that's a bad question now. Do you know where you I know you probably don't know where you are either. You're like, darn, they really don't make these questions for zombie apocalypse. Jason's like trying to think through like the questions that you ask someone like to test them for delirium, but they're all like, do you know the day? Do you know the current president? Do you know, where you're physically located? And Jason's like, none of those work.
Yeah.
What's the last thing you remember?
the guy. His name was Tugs. I shot him in the face.
Okay, based on what I've heard, that seems accurate. You might. Yeah, Kia had the right question. Did you hit your head? You might have like a concussion or.
I was
Maybe check if there's any bleeding there, Quinn, or Chance.
Yeah, I will do that. And he like finishes wrapping up the hand and then just kind of like starts.
I did
looking
fall
on the back of your
face
head.
first
Yeah.
into the ground right
Yeah.
before this.
Yeah.
So
There's some
Also
dirt
had
and
not one but two explosions happen.
yeah, and I was in the middle of two explosions.
Yeah. I imagine there's like a flashlight in there and Chase will like look into your eyes and kind of like
No light.
like
No light. Don't.
okay.
Yeah. Chances that Deborah has a concussion are high.
Very high, yeah.
Also, needs fluids really bad.
Yeah. Fair enough. I definitely have that with me. I will not enough probably, but enough to kind of get things started. So he will give Deborah, drink this slowly, like just start, little sips. Let's get some water in you. You seem like you probably have at least a concussion. We're gonna get you back to Spectrum, where Marley and Eliza can check you over more thoroughly. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
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 Good
I
news,
think-
Deborah. You're stabilized. You aren't in immediate danger of dying.
Awesome. Wow.
Yay.
Wow.
I think while Chase is helping Deborah, Kia will like take the radio, and since when we went for Cherry, we knew there was like interference. We couldn't get a clear enough signal, but enough that Kia does like signal back that we're still alive. So alive, Deborah found.
Since Jonah was heading out, somebody gets that message and takes it to Eliza. You know what? Actually, Presley does, because I keep forgetting to add Presley into the game. Jonah leaves Presley with the radio, and Presley takes the message to Eliza.
If Presley has the what's it called, the walkie-talkie still, she'll kind of take it and say, what injuries need to be ready?
I think it takes a couple times of Kia repeating it. So they say it like 3 times over to make sure like the words are picked up. So head injury, lacerations, possible concussion, possible delirium,
Probably dehydrated too.
dehydration.
Eliza will start getting a room set up and things ready. So the moment Deborah gets inside, that Marley and her will be ready.
I think that Chase has probably found, or I guess the question is there anything that like Deborah could be sitting on while Chase is looking her over?
Oh yeah, there's definitely a chair in the front room.
Okay, perfect. I think chair is preferable to ground. I think Chase is like kind of guides Deborah over, so she's sitting while Chase is doing everything that he's been doing, and then he'll stand fully back up. Like okay, yeah, we definitely need to get you back to the Spectrum. I'm glad that you're okay. It's good to see you. Everyone's been really worried because you've just been lost. Are you? I'm gonna help you if that's okay. I don't know. You might be a little bit dizzy, especially if you have any kind of like head injury and dehydration combined. So let me help you stand and walk back. We might have to go a little slow getting back. Are you? You should be hopefully feeling a little better. Um, with everything bandaged up and a little bit of water. Are you?
Yeah. Better than when Cassie talked.
Okay. Yeah, let's go. Let's head back. Here. He'll like hold out a hand to you to help you get up.
I grab it.
And then I think Chase kind of looks to Kia and Cersei because they are better at scouting and fighting and all of that kind of stuff compared to him. Because I'm assuming we were all inside now. So it kind of looked at them. Okay, we're ready to go back. I think we might have to take it a little bit slow. Can you? How's everything looking like out there? Are we clear? Are we good to move back?
I think we're still okay because we haven't made much noise. But yeah, we'll have to be quiet. I think Cersei can watch in the back, so if you have to run up to Deborah and Chase to help them, you can. I'll take front. We'll
Sounds good.
just go slow and let's go.
You'll head out. Jonah, you find Vivian about 5 doors down from Spectrum with Ren. They have a truck parked up to the side of a like one of them little pop-up church type things and they are loading foldable chairs into the truck.
Well, I see that we're doing some preparations here.
Oh, hey Jonah, yeah.
Vivian, Cherry has asked me to come to you as she's got a favor she wants both of us to do for her.
Oh. Okay.
Cherry needs a wedding dress.
Okay, yeah. Where are we going? Do we know where to go?
I was going to say that we could go out on a bit of an adventure.
Okay. Yeah, just me and you?
I mean, if Ren would like to join us.
Ren will just like nod, like, yeah, I'll go with.
All right. Well, the one request is that we find a sage green dress.
Okay. Where do you want to start? Do we want to try houses, or are we gonna like try to find a shop, a bridal shop, or just a store? Like, what's?
I think we might have the best chance of success at a store. It's a riskier take, but I think we can find sage green in a store.
Okay, yeah, let's head out.
All right.
And as Jonah leads Vivian and Ren to go find Cherry Dress, and Deborah is on her way back, we're gonna go to break. We will be back in about 10 minutes. So we'll see you then. Make sure you get up, do all the things. We'll be back soon. Hello, nerds, and welcome back to Fields of the Dead, a Midwestern zombie apocalypse. Kia, I am going to have you roll one scout roll for me.
Okay. Ooh, 3 successes, no mess ups.
Cool. Then no problems getting back. At this point, you have a pretty good route between these two places. You've been this way before, you've gone, you know where to go, you know where the hordes have been kind of amassing. They move a little bit, but like not a whole lot. And you get Deborah back safe with everyone. Get Deborah to Eliza.
I was gonna say, Chase is immediately trying to find Eliza because he is sure that she has everything ready.
I will say this probably means that like your whatever you have set up for exam rooms are currently now full.
I think right now she's at least like staying with Cherry in that exam room. So she'd probably like move the stuff out of the room that Cherry and her had been using. And basically made it into like a makeshift exam room because at least it's more privacy. But she'll get like a cot in there, the medical equipment that might be needed, anything like if there's any cotton pads and things just in case the head injury is more than just a concussion. Room being ever so slightly dark, not completely light, but like so it's not too painful on her. But have it ready and ready to greet them once they get to the door.
I think that when Chase, brings Deborah over, he will go back through the list of the stuff that Kia already said of like, okay, here's what she has, and then like we'll also go through like, I did this, this, and this, like I bandaged her hand, like I tried to, ask these questions, I did these checks, like giving you, the update on here's what's already been done. I do think there's definitely like you know, I can definitely tell that like she seems to have a concussion, and like she had some kind of head damage. I don't I don't know how we like totally assess for if it's anything like more than that. Like if she has any like internal bleeding or like serious head injury. I don't know what we do about that. Um I don't even know if we have the equipment here. I'm hoping you can figure that out. But if you need me to help with anything else, I can. I feel like you already got the supplies and stuff set up. But if you need me to
How about
get
this?
anything,
I know Marley was gonna help too, but why don't you shadow, and I can run through the protocols.
okay. Yeah. No, I don't want to get in your way. But if
It's all good.
I can try and help. Um. Yeah. Okay.
Did
And then
great.
I will be right here. Okay. Yeah.
And I'll kind of like get Deborah like up under the arm to like kind of help guide her to the room. Just say, "What the fuck happened to you?"
I I don't remember.
Okay, it's okay. Do you know where this place is right now?
We're at this. We're at the Spectrum.
Okay.
Uh.
Do you know what year it is? It's
Mm.
okay if you don't know. That's okay.
It hasn't been a full year since I had to kill my ex-husband. So what I know.
And like once we get to the exam room, I'll check pupil dilation, ask about like does it feel like your head has a lot of pressure? How's the headache? How do your eyes feel? Like kind of like go down a general list to like check for like concussion or brain injury type issues.
You definitely, like, your head definitely hurts. Like there's a like a throbbing there, but like you don't have like a huge headache or thing.
Just it feels like everything is on my head.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay. And I'll just kind of get things set up, get Deborah comfortable, give some like OTC pain relief, and just kind of like being calm and just saying, well, we've got a pretty big surprise for you in a little bit. Good surprise, not bad.
I had a surprise already, and I don't want another one.
Okay. Let me go see whether he's back or not, and I'll be right back. And I'm gonna go check and see if Jonah is back, like not wanting to stress Deborah out, and that
If
might be
you
the most.
if you say he and walk out, Deborah's going to turn over in her bed away from wherever you just walked from and whisper to herself, he's dead, he's dead, he's dead, he's dead, he's dead. She's not ringing Dick. He's dead.
I
He's
do
dead.
think
He's
that
dead.
Chase
He's dead.
stayed in the room. How loud are you saying that?
Probably that loud. Like just like he's dead. He's dead. He's dead and he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. So you can definitely hear it.
Yeah,
Anyone in the room
yeah.
would probably be able to hear it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that, you know, especially if like Eliza just walks out, like Chase is awaiting further instructions. So when you do that, he reaches out like he's gonna like put a hand on your shoulder and then hears you talking and hesitates a little bit. Hey, Deborah, are you okay?
I look directly at you, like making eye contact, and just say he's dead. I need you to know that he's dead.
Who are you talking about?
Talking about Dick.
Your ex-husband, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's Dalton?
I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea.
Okay.
Do you want me to go try and find him?
No, I don't want to see Dalton.
Okay.
I just don't know where he is.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while. I'm sure he's around somewhere. Yeah, no, you've said your husband is dead. Yep. I think that's probably true.
Yeah. Hey, I killed him. So I know it's true.
Yeah.
And then Deborah turns over again. Much quieter now, but still says the same thing over and over and over again.
Eliza, you find Dalton, still shirtless, and Dalton tells you that Jonah walked left with Vivian and Ren to run an errand for Cherry.
Worst freaking time. Did they take walkies at least?
Jonah?
How many walkies does Spectrum have to spare?
I think you have 4 total.
Then yes, I would say that we have a walkie.
Eliza will get on and get to like the proper setting and to reach Jonah's walkie and just say, "Hey, Jonah, I need you back right now." Deborah's back. It's not good. She's physically okay, but mentally there is something going on, and I don't know what.
Ooh. Do I hear you loud and clear. Unfortunately, I don't think it's a good idea for me to come back.
Why?
Because we're doing perhaps some might call it something stupid, others might say risky. And if I come back, that leaves Vivian and Ren doing something stupid
Well,
without.
then you should all come back.
How? We'll try and make this quick, Eliza. I understand that Deborah's bad off, but I have faith in her. She's strong, and I want.
Are you fucking kidding? Jonah, you have not.
Eliza, let me do something.
Jonah, she fell apart when you left. And we're taken. That's the wrong verbiage. She needs you. Okay? She thinks that you are dead. Peace.
Okay, we'll turn around.
Thank you.
Jonah, I'm gonna need one thing from you. I'm gonna need a scout roll.
Okay. Scout. One success and one walker.
Always and without fail.
Okay. Jonah. You could turn around right now. You told Eliza you would. But there's a little boutique shop right there. You could check it really, really quickly.
No, there will be time for the dress later. But I am making a mental note of this boutique. And I will be coming back.
when you start to tell Vivian and Ren that like need to turn around, Ren goes, "We can. Me and
No.
Ren can check this first, and then catch up with you."
I told Eliza that we'd all come back.
Okay.
I'm sure it won't take long, and we can get back to looking for the dress.
Okay. Jonah, what is your stress at?
I believe that I am at 3 stress. That is correct. Though,
But-
could I have taken one off earlier from having that conversation with Cherry?
Oh, yes.
Okay, I'm actually at 2 stress.
Okay, you're at 2 stress. Has Jonah been sleeping?
I'd say that he's like picking up cat naps here and there. So he's not slept really, but he's sleeping. So
This is the most Jonah answer.
do you need me to roll an endure? Because I can
Yes.
do it.
On your way back, roll endure.
2 successes, 1 walker.
Okay. Jonah,
Yes.
Jonah, you get back to Spectrum. You're exhausted.
Yeah.
You head inside to find Eliza.
Hey, I'm back.
Is Jonah back with Vivian and Ren?
Great question.
I told them
No.
to come.
Jonah stopped paying attention at some point, and
Yeah, sounds about right.
distracted by Deborah and exhaustion, Vivian and Ren slipped off to go find Jerry's dress.
Where, where's Ren and Vivian?
They were just behind me. I told them that we were all coming back because I said that we would.
Where did you leave them? Where
Last
would they?
there was a boutique. We were right next to it when we were coming back, and
Street address. Street. Just give me something.
I'll give the, it was that many blocks that way.
Eliza's just gonna run to her bag and just go. Like this is the risk of losing Ren is just like the mama bear instincts are out, and she knows that he is plenty capable, but he's still 17.
Chase, you likely see Eliza taking off. I don't know where Kia is. I don't know if Kia sees this as well.
Yeah, I think like when we all came back with Deborah, Kia just ended up just standing outside and was just like blankly looking at the sky. Probably overheard the radio conversation because they still had the radio or the walkie-talkie. And then as soon as they saw Jonah come back, they would probably just be watching and then eventually see Eliza running, in which case they would sigh and start following.
What's Chase's reaction?
I don't know. I think that Chase is probably still in the room with Deborah
Okay.
because it hasn't been that long, and I think that like not knowing her state, I think he wants to make sure she stays awake. I think he's not sure exactly with like the state of her head injury if she should, if this is a like don't fall asleep or you might not wake up kind of situation. So I think he thinks it's a good idea to have someone monitoring her. He doesn't really know what to say to her, but as long as she's mumbling under her breath about Dick, she's awake.
Jonah, are you staying with Deborah?
He'll make his way. He knows roughly the exam rooms, and so especially the ones that have been quarantined. So he'll do the rotation to see where Deborah is. Knock knock.
At the sound of the knock, Deborah like flinches. Do you say knock knock or are you just knocking?
Yeah, he'll say it as he's like actually knocking on the door.
She does not turn over in the bed.
Oh, hey Jonah. Do you want a minute to say hi to Deborah? I've just been keeping an eye on her. I can go.
Yeah, I think why don't you go get something to drink or rest up, son? I'll let you know when.
Okay. Yeah, good to see you again. I'll go. If Deborah, if you need anything else, are you okay? Are you good?
Deborah doesn't move.
Okay. If she needs anything else, let me know. I'll be here, and Marley's around, so. And Chase will slip past you.
Sort of like taking wherever Deborah is on the bed, and sort of like, because I'm imagining like Deborah's like hugging one edge of the bed. On the opposite edge, that corner is where Jonah will sort of like sit and he's trying very hard not to collapse into it. Like the exhaustion is starting to hit him, but he puts on, as much of a smile as he can, and I know that you're not in a good state right now. I can see the wounds, but I am glad to see you.
He's dead and she's next to me. Don't know what to do.
Well, are you thinking about what you should do, or what you want to do, Deborah?
I can't do anything right now. Just in a hospital bed, being watched and looked after.
Because people care about you. We were worried when everything happened, and no one knew where you were.
Yep. Nobody knew where I was. But he found me. He's dead. And she found me. I don't know if she's dead. And I thought you were dead. And now you're not.
I'm not. And neither are you. And I never questioned that once.
I thought it for so long. Every day I just felt your absence. And everybody told me you were alive, but I couldn't believe them. Now you're sitting on a hospital bed with me. And you're here and he's not.
You're right. But, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think you would have wanted him here on this bed with you.
I don't know who I want this on this bed with me. I don't know if it's you or her or but you're here and you're alive.
Yeah, I am, Deborah.
Did you see her?
No.
Did you get anywhere close to her?
I don't think so.
So there was no chance you could have yelled at her for even you and your child.
No. No. That's another day's problem.
Is it?
It is.
I don't have to look at you to know you haven't slept in days, Jonah. And you sure as hell didn't sleep when you were gone and then when you were on your way back.
Just enough to keep operating.
That's not good enough, and you know that.
Maybe I'll be able to sleep a little easier now that we know where you're at.
You and I both know that is not what keeps you up at night. And you keep running.
Yeah. I do. But these days I'm running towards something rather than away.
It's a step in the right direction, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, I hope we can get you running in that same direction.
Yeah, something like that. When the bed that I'm currently in was put into the room, was the chair pulled? Or is there a chair in the room now? Or was there? There is? Okay. I'm feeling nauseous. I'm gonna sit on the chair, lay down, and go to bed. And Deborah very shakily stands up and just sits on the chair and looks at Jonah.
There's a moment where Jonah considers trying to excuse himself, go somewhere else.
I think Deborah can see that and takes a different approach and says, I fought Cherry already this week, and I'm not afraid to knock you out so you can get some fucking sleep.
Don't know if I heard that story, but
You have to sleep to get the story.
all right. I'll sleep. And he doesn't fully lay down. He sort of, pillow up against the headboard, resting in like a upright position, the way people sleep when they're sick, or if you're Benjamin Franklin. And that's how he'll end up sleeping. He's sort of in that position.
Eliza, roll scout for me to navigate. Kia, you're following. You can also roll scout to help Eliza get there if you want.
Yep. I got 2 successes, but I have 1 mess up.
Okay.
1 success, no mess up.
Okay. Between the two of you, you easily get to the boutique. The front door is open, just a crack, like they got it open and mostly shut it behind them. assume you go in.
Yeah, I don't want to sneak up on them. I'm just gonna say, uh, Ren, Vivian.
Uh, you at first you hear like them like debating, and then you hear Bren like quietly call it over here from a little bit deeper in the store.
Okay. I'll kind of quietly move through. Uh, she's very nervous as like she's kind of making her way through the store, trying to make sure that there's nothing that's gonna catch her or the kids by surprise at all.
It seems pretty quiet in here. There's like there's a bunch of dresses and other clothes like that. A lot of like cute little like summer dresses and stuff. When you find Vivian and Ren, though, they're standing in front of a pair of mannequins, and they're debating which one would be better. On one of the mannequins is a nice like suit combo, like pants, vest, blazer, the whole thing, all in sage green. And on the other one is a nice little dress. It's not. It's more of the kind of dress you might wear to church than a wedding, but it's the times are a little different now. But it is also in sage green. It's got like a nice little like circle skirt on it and stuff. It's very nice.
Oh, just sigh of relief. Uh, and she'll just say, "So, I understand that Jonah was tired, but if someone says you need to go, that's important for you to follow."
Uh-huh. We were fine. We had it handled. We're safe.
Just the look of just not
And
necessarily disdain, but so much disappointment of like trying to keep the inside thoughts in and not put it on kids because they're kids and they still have their Superman syndrome at the moment. Um,
I think Ren will also give you a pointed look and say, plus, we didn't go off alone.
with an adult.
Vivian is technically an adult.
No,
She is
not in
19.
Eliza's eyes. Absolutely not. Child. Even though she's she can't argue it, but it's just like, no, they're both babies. No.
This is my apocalypse adopted daughter and my nephew, and they shouldn't be running off. Okay, well, look, we found what we were looking for, but which one do we pick? Well, we're here. We might as well grab one.
How about this? Cherry normally would want to pick it out themselves. Let's take both and have her choose, and I never saw anything. I didn't even know about this.
Okay. I think Vivian like will find like the proper like stuff to put it in instead of just carrying it through the apocalypse, but like boxes and bags and stuff to carry it with. But yeah, take both. Kia, did you stay outside, or did you go in?
I think Kia would stay out, but just be close enough that if they overheard like any combat or anything, they could always rush in. But at this point, they're trying their best to keep an eye out.
Okay. As you are keeping watch, you hear a noise. It starts like a buzzing noise that slowly gets louder as something's getting closer.
Yeah, that immediately freaks Kia out and is just trying to pinpoint the direction that noise is coming from.
So you came in, on a road from one direction, and then the noise is coming from farther down that road.
Okay. I think Kia's immediate concern is that this is potentially other people, and we've had too many run-ins with people that don't want us around. So I think at that point, Kia would dash into the store and just quietly close the door. And before anyone can like speak up to acknowledge, they just like put a finger up and like motion them to keep down if there's left like the does the store have like glass front windows for a boutique, or is it
On one side it is, and then the other side is just like a back entrance into like a back parking lot. And so
Okay.
there's like a glass door that customers could use to come in from.
So then Kia would just motion for everyone to get to like the furthest corner that's like behind the counter so we can't be seen if anything passes the windows. I heard a really weird sound over there. Sorry, Eliza, I was following you to make sure you're safe, but I heard a weird buzzing
appreciate
sound.
it.
So yeah, let's just duck for now, see what comes by.
You hunker down, and it takes like 20 minutes. And then you see a large horde of walkers just making their way down the street.
And they're now coming down the street in the direction of the Spectrum.
This road takes them sort of in the direction of the Spectrum, but it wouldn't take them directly to it if they just kept straight on this specific road.
Okay. Well, if there's a back door, we can go that way so we can avoid being spotted. I do have a walkie with me. You have a walkie with you. So we can, if anything happens where we split up, we can at least keep in touch. But I think with the four of us, we will have all eyes and just keep moving.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just slip out the other door. Obviously it's still dangerous, but it keeps you more or less away from them. It puts buildings between you and them, and as long as they don't know you're there, you're mostly safe.
Yeah. I think it just begins triggering like a really weird calmness in Kia to start basically getting everyone else to survive. And they're still listening. Like, is that sound gotten louder?
Yes. So the sound that you heard was just the like moans of the walkers as they were coming towards you in the distance. It just kind of sounds like a weird buzzing noise.
Yeah. Okay. And Kia will just do their best to lead everybody back or help each other get back.
Okay. In this case, well, I'll let you do, what we've done before, where Eliza can help you if you're leading everybody back.
Okay.
I believe you get an extra dice for that.
Okay, so extra die. Ooh, I'm gonna push that. It's not giving me the push button. No. Okay, I'll just increase. Does stress apply right away when we push?
Yes.
Okay, So up to 3 and try that again. Okay, 1 success, no mess ups. But even in Kia's calmness, there is that wear and tear of they haven't slept properly. They are starving because they haven't been eating too much. And probably Eliza would notice right away just their structure is seeming too sharp. But they are being very hyper aware of everything. Like everything's now too sensitive to what's going on.
Eliza will definitely take note and make sure to like get Kia an extra food if they don't necessarily take it for themselves. Kind of like a, hey, I found this, so it's not pressure or anything.
Mhm.
But she'll just kind of take note and try and cover Kia just in case something like slips past and help along the way.
Okay. You get everyone back safe to the spectrum.
Okay, can everyone just stop relieving now so I don't have to keep running out and getting people?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. I myself, it's been way too long since I had food last. I'll go work on something edible.
And like Kia looks down, realizing that they're still very much covered. And is like, I guess I should really wash this off before I get sick, I guess.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay. I will wash up and then food. And they start walking away.
Where's Chase? Is Chase run off?
No, Chase is staying in the building, at least for now. I think that immediately he will like look around to kind of see what else is going. Like it's been a minute since he was like back in the spectrum because he was gone with Mac and then he got back and then immediately left with Cersei. Like he said, he doesn't know where Dalton is. He doesn't know where Aiden is. Like he has lost track of where a lot of people are and like how a lot of people are doing. So I think he will just kind of like walk around for a minute. I think with the eventual goal of like going back and checking back in on Deborah again. But he wants to give Deborah and Jonah a minute. So he'll just kind of like do a lap. He wants to see where Mac is as well. He's kind of assuming that he's with Alice somewhere and that they're fine and they probably haven't gone anywhere, but just like to visually see the two of them. So yeah, he just kind of walks around for a minute.
So I think you definitely. So you kind of learn. Chase learns a few things. Chase learns that Aiden is recovering. Learns that there's people in quarantine.
Aiden is recovering from what? What happened? I think. I think that like yeah, I think that seeing like I'm assuming I see Aiden like laying down in one of the medical rooms, and I do think that's a moment of Chase being like, "Oh my god, Aiden, what happened to you? Are you okay?"
Oh, I am now. I got hit with some shrapnel in the explosion that happened.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're okay. I I keep hearing about this explosion. Um, who else was there?
Um, so some guy that Terry had run into, Tugs, had kidnapped River, And then me, Dalton, and a couple others, and Harley and Cherry went to go figure this out. Um, and then Deborah showed up. Things eventually went bad, and there was an explosion. Did anybody tell you that Harley didn't make it?
Yeah, I did hear that.
Okay.
But I hadn't. I don't know. I didn't even know you were there. To be honest, so I'm really glad you're okay. Do you need anything? Are you?
Uh, no. I mean, I'm good. Though I haven't. If you see Dalton, he tell tell him I said thank you for carrying me back.
Okay, yeah, I haven't seen him around either. I will. Yeah, I'll do that.
I do
Yeah,
think
really.
at some point, like Chase does see
Yeah,
shirtless Dalton
shirtless Dalton. Yeah.
walking, walking around. Um, if you want to pass that message
Yeah,
on.
yeah, he will. Yeah. There's definitely like a minor kind of like why he's shirtless. Chase also doesn't know. I don't think Chase needs to know that information. He's not gonna ask. But he will. Like, oh, Dalton. Uh, hey. Uh, Aiden told me if I saw you to tell you thank you for carrying him back here.
Oh, uh, okay, yeah. Thanks for letting me know.
Are you good? Are you okay? You were involved in the shootout explosion thing. Um,
Oh, yeah. I'm fine. I didn't get hit by anything.
okay, good. That's good. I think I'm finally caught up on everyone who was there, and it seems like everyone's back in here and okay. Well, Eliza just ran off. Um, good. Good to see that you're okay. Uh, Deborah's here. We brought Deborah back. She's in the like third exam room. Don't go in there. She said she didn't want to see you. But I
Oh,
figured you might want to know that she's alive.
okay. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. She might want to see you later. She's got a concussion and she seemed kind of out of it. She kept talking about Dick, so uh um
Okay.
yeah, I think she's just kind of turn it I think she just kind of needs to rest for a bit, and she honestly she might not want to see you later. You seem like you have a weird relationship. I don't know what's going on there. Um but she's alive and she's relatively okay. So,
Well,
yeah.
thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, of course. And Chase will walk away.
And then I think, like, as you are, doing your rounds before you head back, I think you also see just kind of sort of Chase's almost group of people. Like, there's Alice and Chloe. Mark is there. Mac is there, of course. And you also see Cersei with them, um, having sort of an easy, relaxed, like camaraderie with Mark in the group.
High school football team reunion. Yeah, Chase will go over to them. Are they? I'm assuming they're just like sitting somewhere, or are they like
Yeah,
are like
yeah.
standing around? Okay.
They just have like a spot they're all sitting in somewhere. The location doesn't matter so much.
Yeah. Um. Hey. Mac, I was gonna come look for you. Just make sure you knew I was back. And we got Deborah back, and I mean, well, obviously, I guess you could have known that I was back because I was with Cersei, and she's right there. Um. But yeah, it's this is weird and interesting, like groups of people. I'm assuming you've all met and like introduced yourselves to each other.
Uh, yeah, we did. Yeah. And I think Mac will get up and uh, uh are you gonna like stick around and hang out, or do you got stuff to do yet?
Um, I want to check on Deborah and make sure she's okay, but Jonah's in there with no one's seen Jonah, right? Jonah's still in there with her? Probably.
I haven't seen Jonah. No.
No. Um, then if Jonah's in there with her, she's probably okay. So yeah, I can probably stick around.
Well, I mean, if you wanted to go check on her quick, it's fine. I was
Mm.
just I'll walk with you though, if you don't mind.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, I just want to like I don't want to interrupt them if they're talking. They probably have a lot to talk about. But I'll just kind of poke my head in and make sure. I figure if something was wrong, like Jonah would come and get me or Marley. But since Eliza's not here, I want to just make sure I'm not really like one of the medical people, but I'm a lot less trained than Eliza and Marley, but more trained than anybody else. So,
Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. And then I think Mac will like affectionately like tap Alice on the head and be like, "Hey, I'll be right back." And then we'll like take Chase's hand and walk back with you.
no, I think we just walk down the hallway and yeah, I think the only other thing Chase will say as they're walking is just like so you hadn't met Cersei before, right?
No, I hadn't. I think you showed me something from her social media once, or maybe it was something of Mark's that mentioned her. But no, I hadn't actually met her. No.
Well, that's awesome. It's really cool to like see everybody getting along. Um
Yeah.
it's weird in a very good way. You know?
Yeah. The guess the apocalypse is doing all kinds of weird things, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Um
You eventually get back to Deborah's room,
Yeah.
and pop your head in.
Yeah,
I believe you
yeah.
see Jonah sleeping and
Yeah,
Deborah
I'm just
sitting
like
in the
curious
chair.
what I see. Yeah, Jonah's sleeping on the bed, but like sleeping kind of sitting up, and Deborah's just sitting there.
Yeah. I think at one point after Deborah kind of started to hear like the like leveled breathing and things like that, she did like cover Jonah's body with a blanket and then sat back in the chair.
Do we have like? Do we have like roll away cots or like something I could bring in? Like, is there something I could offer Deborah? Because if I could be like, hey, could I bring a bed in? I don't like. What are our supplies like? Do we have something portable like that I could bring into the room?
You probably have like camping cots
Yeah.
type thing.
Mhm.
It's not going to be super comfortable, but
Yeah.
it's something.
Yeah. But I think just like very quietly, so as not to wake Jonah up, Chase will like whisper into Deborah, do you want me to bring you something so you can lie down, or are you more comfortable like that?
I was feeling nauseous, so I wanted to sit up.
Okay. Are you still feeling nauseous? Or
It's less, so I think it's helping.
okay. Good. I'll have Eliza come and check on you again. I think she might be able to give you something for the nausea if it's still bad. But I'll wait till she's back if you're okay for now.
Yeah.
Okay. good. And Chase will back out of the room, and I think he probably like let go of Mac's hand for a minute to open the door, and I think we'll just take Mac's hand again and okay, everything seems good. Let's go back with the others.
And you do. Eliza, where do you go once you get back?
I'm like I said, I'm gonna go make food. I'm gonna make it at least so Cherry thinks I had no any kind of help in the dress process or suit process. So I'm gonna make it sound like I was in charge of dinner duty.
Okay. So you make some food. Um, in which case, I think we're gonna jump over to Cherry then. Which there's a knock like on the frame of the door, and you see Vivian there.
Oh, hey.
Hi. So we technically we got a couple things for you. Figured you could choose which one you wanted.
Oh.
Jonah's with Deborah right now.
Okay.
So we I think we got kind of lucky and we found two really good options. And we'll, because the dress is easier to take out because it's one piece, we'll like take out the dress and show you the dress.
It's gorgeous.
And then there's also this, and then there's it's a few more pieces, but and we'll like take out like the pants and vest and blazer for the suit.
Now I'm trying to think, did that movie come out in the right year for this reference? I don't think it did. I think it's too new. You know, Ocean's 8.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
2018.
Yeah. Because, you know, can't make that reference. Like, we wouldn't know that. I mean, not that Eliza's ever told me what I can and cannot wear, but I think they also would enjoy if I showed up in that suit. They're both really good choices. I like them both. Practicality, with the fact that I think my leg's broken, the dress is probably going to be easier to put on. And on also, you know, hopefully I only get married once. When else am I going to wear a nice dress like this to a wedding?
okay. Is there something you want me to do with it? Do you want me to put it somewhere specific, or? I think this is technically your room right now because I think Deborah's in what you and Eliza were using. So I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily need to be a surprise. Eliza had so much going on and was, you know, looking after me too. I didn't want them to think they had to I didn't want to make her think she had to go find me something to wear. So maybe we just snatch a hanger somewhere and hang it up so it's not all wrinkled.
Okay, yeah. I'm sure I can find a hanger. Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, and Vivian, before you leave, since I'm going to be kind of out of action for a little while, and Cherry like pulls up part of their sleeve and starts undoing their watch that they've had for a really long time. The face is cracked, but it still runs. Um, I want to give this to you. You know, it really helps when knowing how, like when I was talking to River about the timings on the fireworks and stuff like that, like this really came in handy. And I would really like you to have it.
Oh, thank you. That's. Thank you. No, I don't know what to say. And she will put the watch on. Um, and if you don't have anything else to, she not fully skips, but like very happily kind of skips out of the room.
I think other than that, Cherry has just spent the time trying to rest as best they can. And right before Vivian came in with the clothes, Cherry had actually just woken up from a nightmare because every time she shuts her eyes, that shooting and the explosion play again and again. Cherry's doing her best to, look okay for everybody.
Okay. Yeah. Does anybody else have any scenes they want to do before the end?
Do I see them leaving Cherry's room?
Yes.
Okay. I think that as because we were walking back from checking in on Deborah and Jonah, and I think seeing them leave, I don't think that Chase has talked to Cherry like 2 episodes. um, I think he will uh look at Mac and just like, hey, I know we're gonna go back and hang out with everyone else. I'm gonna run and check on Cherry really quickly since we're here. I'm assuming that she's fine, but I haven't I saw her very briefly earlier because I went to talk to Eliza, but I just want to see her and make sure she's also okay and doesn't need anything. Um, so I'm gonna check on her really fast. I'll be right back, and I think we'll knock on Cherry's door.
Yeah, I think the last time we seriously talked was before you left to get Mac, and Cherry was like, listen, I know you're going to go do this anyway, so let me make sure you're prepared instead of running off in the middle of the night. But I think even though it only been like a moment since Vivian left, and Vivian left very happily, when Cherry says come in, you can hear the like quaver in her voice for just a moment.
Yeah. Chase, slowly opens the door and walks in. Hey Cherry, everything good? Everything okay? I wanted to just come check on you. Uh
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Just I kind of wish I could get out of bed.
I don't. I honestly feel really bad. I haven't really come to visit or see you since the explosion. I don't know how badly you were injured. Uh,
I broke some ribs. I'm pretty sure my leg's broken. I definitely had a concussion. But it's okay. You know, we're a big enough group now. We've kind of all got our little groups within the group, and it's okay, Chase. But I appreciate it.
yeah. No, I mean it's been busy. Obviously, but it's good to see that you're okay. It does feel like we've just been like as a group, like taking shifts using these rooms, huh?
Yeah.
Um, well, is there anything that you need? Anything that I can? I'm kind of just checking in on. Again, we've got a lot of people hurt right now, so just kind of checking in on everyone.
I'm okay.
Right. Okay. Um. You know. I know obviously the explosion is like the big thing and everything, but I'm assuming I can see the garment bag of outfit hanging up somewhere because you said you weren't like hiding it necessarily. Um,
Yeah, I would assume Vivian would have hang it up when I made that suggestion. Yeah.
yeah, no. Obviously explosion, big thing, but wedding planning, wedding prep, how is that going?
Um, I mean, the only thing I've done so far is gotten an outfit, and I don't actually know what I'm expected to do. It's it's not like the traditions we had, if we don't want them to be that way, matter anymore, right? So like I can kind of do what I want, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I I don't even know who's gonna be on my side of the party other than Vivian won't take no for an answer.
Hmm. I mean, I think you said it, right? Like everything that we don't like from old traditions, we just don't have to use. Like, and you and Eliza are both all of our family. Like, we're both on. Everyone's on both of your sides. Like, it. We're all there for both of you, right?
I think actually Cherry starts to break down a little bit because they've been holding everything back in front of Eliza and other people for so long now. And like she starts to sniffle and she just looks at Chase and she's like, because as far as Cherry knows, she killed Tugs because she didn't see whatever Deborah was doing. And so she starts to cry and is just like, I killed him, Chase. I killed Tugs. I had to save River, but it's still wrong. He wasn't a walker.
I don't know exactly what happened or what went down. I know Deborah told me about Tugs, and I heard that he was there. Deborah said she shot him in the face. Um, It sounds like it was a really dangerous situation that you were in. And it sounds like all of your lives were at stake. I mean, I don't know. When I was unconscious and after all that happened, I had a talk with Aiden because he was feeling guilty about not rescuing me sooner. And obviously this is like super different, but I've been thinking about a lot of things with everything going on, and I mean, I can't tell you not to feel bad or not to feel guilty or not to feel however you're feeling, but it seems like you haven't. Have you been talking to anyone about what happened or about how you've been feeling about everything?
No. There's so much going on, and you know, Jonah tries to take on as much as he can, and look at how tired he is. I've been Eliza doesn't know how to stop. She never has. So I just do my best.
But it seems like this is bothering you. Like, I mean, I imagine if you've just been laying here, if you can't get up and walk around, you've just been laying here thinking about this.
I had made a promise, Chase, because I had been in the military and they had us do some terrible things to innocent people. And I swore I'd never kill a person. Walkers are fine. They're, not people anymore, but Tugs was a person. Being a piece of shit doesn't make you not a person.
I mean, that says something about you, that you still think that about him, even with everything that he was doing, that you still would value his life when he clearly didn't value yours or River's or Deborah's. I don't exactly know what we're supposed to do in situations where we have to. 'Cause it sounds like you had whatever exactly happened, whatever you had to do was just against something that's really important to you. Right? Or maybe there were a couple things that were really important to you that were conflicting there.
I mean, what was I supposed to do? Let him kidnap River or kill me or kill us here at the Spectrum? Like, I feel like he would have just kept coming at us. And part of
Probably,
me
yeah.
knows I made the right call. Part of me does know that, but I broke that promise to myself.
I'm probably the wrong person for you know, talking to and advice and stuff like that, but if I've learned anything from my own, emotions and anxiety, it's just everything you're feeling, both of those parts of yourself. It's okay to just feel all of that. And this may be just something that you feel guilty about and bad about for a while, and that's okay. Because it sounds like you were, like the two things are true, like you were in a really bad situation and you had no good options and you had to make a really hard choice. And making that really hard choice violated one of your own principles. And that's just something that when that happens we feel shitty about. But I think it's probably good for you to talk about and to talk through and to talk with Eliza, and I know she's been spending a lot of time here with you.
Yeah, I'll have to talk to her about it. I'm sure I just was trying not to put more on her. Chase, that's part of the reason why when I got out, I went back to school. I wanted to be in agriculture. I wanted to make things grow instead of cut them down. That's why I worked so hard at the hardware store to get the little greenhouse on the roof up and running.
Yeah.
That's why I was excited for the university with all the stuff they had there. Like, growing stuff is good, and also we really need that, extra
Yeah,
stuff.
we do. Yeah. Well, I mean, once you're up and about and walking again, maybe that's something you can get back to, right? What happened to the greenhouse stuff from the hardware store?
I believe most of it's up on the top of Spectrum here.
Oh.
Vivian's been doing a lot of it too. She really wanted to help out and learn.
Yeah, I mean, again, I if it's up on the roof, you're probably not gonna be doing stairs for maybe a little while, but yeah, I imagine that's something you can get back to and get back into, and yeah, I know I'm like I said, I'm maybe not like the best person for talking to about stuff, but you can always talk to me about stuff. I am really watching Eliza and trying to like work on. She's just got such a really good bedside manner, you know. I'm trying to.
I do know, actually, very personally.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I don't mean that sexually or romantically. I mean, I do mean that too, but not in this
Yeah, you can
instance.
mean it in multiple different ways. It's okay. But I'm trying to work on that a little bit. And yeah, I might try and talk to Cersei was in school studying like psychology and stuff. I kind of want to talk to her a little bit about this too, because I doubt like they wrote psychology textbooks for handling zombie apocalypse stuff. I feel like that probably wasn't like anywhere in her training, but we've all gotta just find the ways to keep going and to work through the horrible stuff that keeps happening, right? Part of that too, we said that we weren't going to tell anyone until after you and Eliza had your wedding, because I know that's coming up, but I know that honestly like seeing that and seeing the two of you just being dedicated to keeping going, right? To keeping living and doing life together and being happy together. I know you probably heard that I was gone for a little bit, and I think I scared Eliza very badly with that. Because and I missed some stuff. I was out with Mac, and we actually talked about in a little while, once we find some more people, having a wedding of our own, and well, we're here, and we're keeping it secret for now. Like, we're not gonna like go around telling anyone, but making maybe really early plans. It would be really great, and I think really meaningful if you would like do the ceremony, like the officiating part for us. We're definitely gonna do a lot of like non-traditional stuff, like you were talking about, but for the longest time with the hardware store, like you kind of were in charge is like the wrong word. But you and Eliza kind of are just like everybody's moms a little bit.
Cherry's laughing a little bit. She's giggling to herself. I'd be happy to officiate your wedding for you, Chase. Congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah, it's good to live for what we have, you know?
It is.
Yeah. We'll
I,
do more of our planning after your wedding coming up, which I'm also very excited for.
I appreciate it, and I appreciate you checking in. And I'm assuming Mac's outside, so get out of here.
Yeah, yeah, he is waiting for me. Yeah. Uh I hope you're able to get up and around and walking soon, but I'll probably pop back in and do some more rounds later. And I think Eliza's cooking, so I'm sure she'll be back soon.
I'm, Chase, I'm stuck in bed. You spend a lot of time shadowing Eliza. Make sure she rests, make sure she eats, etc., etc.
Got it. Will do. I hope you are able to rest and not have your mind wander too much to anything other than wedding planning.
Thanks, Chase.
And he will duck out of the room.
Are we good to end there, everyone? Yeah? Okay. Yeah, I think that's a great place to end for tonight. Everybody is within the walls of Spectrum, at the very least.
Is Dalton finally wearing a shirt?
Absolutely not.
Okay. All right. All right.
All right, let's do our outros, folks.
Woohoo, that's me. Wow. Hi, everybody. My name is Merm. I use they, she pronouns, and today I've been playing Dapper, who uses she, her pronouns. Wow. Yeah. I'm starting a new series on Tuesday called Girls Gone Wasteland, ? Hold on. Hold on. You found the book. That's so funny. Yes, it's called Girls Gone Wasteland. We're a bunch of femme performers coming together to try to survive the fallout sort of apocalypse. And I'm playing the very, everyone calls her hot. I'm very excited to play a hot, tall woman again. It's gonna be great. I'm very excited. And then yeah, I just got a bunch of stuff coming up. I'm doing a bunch of prep for things that are going to be for the entirety of 2026. So, I'm not burnt out yet. Let's go. I'm going to pass it over to Faye.
Oh, it's me now. Cool. Hi, I'm Faye, they, them. I've been Jonah, he, him. Jonah took a nap for a long time. Woohoo! And other things that he's totally okay and dealing with. Yeah, I don't really do much outside of being here and being a sad dad. I run D&D games most of the time, and when I'm not, I'm at a cafe. If you want to find me anywhere on the internet, it's Feywild Witchling. That's me. And that means I'm passing it over to Natalie.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. My name is Natalie, she, they, and I was playing Kia, they, them. And maybe we'll see them have a sleep next episode. Who knows? You can find me most places on the internet as Ghost Candle or Ghostly Candle on Twitch and YouTube, but I'm mainly active on Blue Sky. Currently, my stuff's in planning stages, but hoping to get advertising soon for what I'm up to next. So other than being here, just follow me to see what's happening. And I will throw it over to Mary.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mary. I've been playing Eliza. We both use she, her pronouns. Where you can find me next, you can find me online at the Nerd on Wheels, everywhere on social media. Coming up for me, you can find me Tuesdays over on Stat Monkey Presents, where we are playing through a campaign of Rotted Capes, a new RPG coming out to Kickstarter in April. We are playing Rotted Tropics set in the Florida Keys, where a zombie virus has infested a world with superheroes. So that means zombie superheroes, all kinds of nasty stuff. We currently are trying to locate a big boat that is a bit of a honey trap for the denizens living in the Keys, as it is filled with zombies. So if you want to see whether our soups can survive that, go and check that out on Tuesday. And of course, I'll be back here on Saturday, and I'll pass it over to Quinn.
Hey everybody, my name is Quinn. I use Indian all pronouns. I've been playing Chase, who uses he, him pronouns. You can find me on Blue Sky and Blue Sky only at QuinnBeckham27. I will be back here next week. That's the soonest thing that I will be doing. After that, Sophia, can I tell people about the thing that we're doing on Sunday? We're opening that to the public, right? Cool.
Yeah.
If you want to just hang out with me and Sophia, we are going to be doing the basics of tech production for streaming. So if you want to learn more about the stuff that goes on behind the scenes, production is always something really, really important to just have as a skill in your back pocket. It's not as hard as it sounds. I only learned how to do it a couple months ago. And last week when the stream broke, I took over it in the middle and it was great. And it was a thing that I know how to do. So we're going to be going over the basics of production for, I think, a couple different like platforms and such, and it's going to be great. And you can find information about that. We have a somewhere, I have no idea what direction I'm pointing based on the overlay, but in one of these directions is the chat, and you can find the ability to join the Discord for Nerds with Dice, where you can find out more about those sessions that we're going to be doing. And then other than that, I don't have anything else until February because, unlike some people, I kept my January open and didn't overcommit myself. What? And I will pass it over to Cass.
Hi, I'm Cass. I've been playing Cherry, our, exploded gay. Yeah, catharsis is good. I don't know. This is all I'm doing at the moment, so yeah, I'll just say all that and then pass it immediately to our wonderful and lovely GM.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sophia Olivia Scott. My pronouns are she, her, we. You can find me on Blue Sky at Nerdy Teddy to find out things I'm doing. I'm also not doing a whole lot right now other than this. Of course, I will be at that teaching session with Quinn. And then on the 30th, I will also be hanging out with Taylor and doing another one. So if you can't make the one on the 25th, hopefully you can make the one on the 30th and we can teach you all about how to stream, specifically with OBS, not Streamlabs or anything. So if you don't know OBS, you can also come learn that, whatever you want. Other than that, I am the chancellor and founder of Nerds with Dice. Hang out with us. We have games and stuff, usually more than what we have right now because we took a little break for January. But exciting plans for the future are coming, and stick around for that. And I am a mod over at the Queer Actual Play Guild. You can find that on Blue Sky. You can check that out as well. I did not. Okay, we're gonna just end for tonight. No raid. So, hi, bye everyone. Have a good one.